All right. It looks like I'm live. I don't think anybody's on here. All right. I guess this saves. Welcome to All right. I can't see any comments, I don't think. I don't see anything. Top. All right. I can't see comments on here. I don't know if you guys are commenting or not. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, or not a couple minutes, but I'm gonna do this pretty soon, because I know most of you guys have to wake up early. Oh, there we go. I can see one. Hey, what's going on, Peterbilt Knife Guy? This is my first live ever, so a little bit nervous, and I'm not really sure how this works. Hey, Robbie Sullivan. All right, we got two. All right, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. I think this saves, I guess, for whatever reason, if people get started. All right, so what I've got over here in this pile, I've got a bunch of World War II stuff, and I've got prototypes, the first production run, my personal first production run. But here's what everybody is probably tuning in to look at. And I've had this before I started working out. So this is the new Gen 2 V44X. And I have not opened it. It's just been sitting there and it's been driving me crazy. Hey, Jay Robinson. What's going on? So, okay, we got a couple. All right, so I can't remember the name of this guy, but it's a little, I think he calls it the city buoy. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think it's in reverse. But this is what I'm going to use to open the knife. Little buoy. Bowie. That drives some people crazy. All right, so this is the new Gen 2 V44X, the Marine Reaper buoy from Work Tough Gear. And this one is the Bowler K329 and has textured grips. I have not opened this, so this is, you all are seeing this at the same time as me. All right, let's open this up. I know opening stuff up does not always go as planned. It's always harder on video. All right, so I've got a little envelope. Nutted crab. Hey, I'm not gonna say that one out loud. All right, so got a little bubble wrap. All right. Let's see if there's anything else on here. All right, let's open this thing up. All right, so I don't have an overhead shot. This is what I see in here. I don't know if this is gonna be standard or if Vic threw me some extra goodies in here. A little notepad. Let me put this back before I cut myself. All right, I think this is a wallet, maybe? Kydex wallet. A little mini Bic from Vic. It's cool. All right, I did hear about these. These are supposed to be like glow-in-the-dark markers or keychains. I might turn the lights off after this is over and show you guys if this is, you know, if it glows. It's supposed to glow in the dark, I think. It's pretty cool. The strap. All right, got a little bag of stickers. I think there's a piece of nylon in here. This looks like a drop for a bolt-on. I'll set that to the side. A little cloth. Looked up here, cloth, some stickers. I've got a little patch, upside down patch. Some hardware, D-rings. The patch, it's a new patch. I don't know if I've seen this one or not yet. There's a couple stickers. I don't know if you guys are into this, but I like stickers. I think most gun and knife guys like stickers. That's a cool one. Let's see, nice. I'm gonna try to watch y'all's questions. As soon as I take the knife out, I'm gonna be looking for questions. I don't use any beard oil. This is just my vacation beard. It's getting shaved off here in a couple days. And I do have some bare bones mustache stuff, but in the summertime it just melts. And kind of, my wife got this lamp. Is that better? That might be better. Oh, we went and got this, my wife's lamp at the antique store. All right, here it is in the plastic. And this, I believe, is the jungle camo. And it's the textured. Ooh, I'm dropping some stuff on the floor. All right, so I think Vic said the sheath is slightly different. I think I can see some lines on it that are slightly different. Orange liners. One change that we did was a smaller lanyard hole. So it might be a little bit tougher to get the 550 in there, but with a wire or something, you can probably get it through. So there's not the hole in the tang there. It's just one hole for the lanyard. All right, let's pop this open. All right, so without dropping this on my leg, I think this may be a little out of retention. So I'm gonna get the pop. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Locks in. All right, let's get this out. All right, so this is the first time I've seen this. I've seen pictures. Sorry if I'm taking forever. This is my first live and I'm just kind of opening this for the first time. All right, let's see if y'all can see this texture. Let's see. Yep, it will shave. All right, see if you can see the stamp. I think it says, all right, it says Work Tough Gear, second production, K329. There's the V44X stamp. I guess everything's gonna be backwards. All right, this feels good. I mean, I'm a fan of the texture. It's not sharp. Nice finish. For you guys who haven't seen what your hand looks like in the tutorial, so my hands are about, I'm only like 5'10", but my hands are like 4.5 inches, 4 1/4 inches wide. but I have large mechanics glove, large, but my palms are really wide. So I'm kind of like a weird alien. All right, you guys can see that. The spine is really sharp, and I like to dull mine down wherever I'm going to be using it for like working. Here's how I recommend to chop with it, with your pinky barely on the edge, but you can choke even farther down. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get this going. I'm sorry. So this is the V44X. It's based off of the V44. Some know these as a Raider Bowie, bailout knife. The Marine Raiders had them. Army Air Corps of Engineers had them. So you can see, I try to keep these lines close and the fullers kind of close. But this one is from Cliff Pierce. He was in the 40th Armored Division in World War II. All right, there's that one. Let me pull out one more. This is a rare knife. This is one of 1,000 ever made in New Zealand for the 1st Raider Battalion. So there's some more inspiration. You guys can see this one does not have a sharpened swedge and a little different. But the sharpened, the blade length, the sharpened blade length, that's really, really close. It's almost exact. So I tried to like pay homage to everything, but you know, make it functional. All right, so that's the 1st Raider Battalion. This is rare. You can see some green paint up there. The New Zealand Air Force also had a knife that looked like this, but it's shorter by a 1/2 inch. They had less than 1,000 made, so only 1,000 were made of these. All right, let's get this stuff out of the way. All right, so for you guys who haven't seen it, this is the prototype. Alan from, which is now Primitive Bear Knives, made this. And this was not exact to the drawing, but it was really close. You can see the handle on these. Make sure I don't drop these on my legs because they're all sharp. All right, it's the prototype. Sheath. All right. Here is, let me show you one more knife. So I brought this knife up. Most of you guys are familiar with the Ontario SP10, the Raider Bowie. Bad habit. But I got this knife in like 1998. It was starting to rust, so I spray painted it a long time ago. I haven't really used it in a long time. But that is how big this is compared to a SP10. So so the Raider Bowie. This is the Reaper, Marine Reaper Bowie. I called it the V44X. That means extreme, like heavier duty, thicker, more ergonomic, like an enhanced version of the V44. All right, so I'll show you guys. This is the last production model, and this one is actually before I show you the knife, let's put this at like a million knives out. Let's see, old sheath versus new sheath. I don't know if you can see any of that. It's a little different. This is my kid's knife. So, this is the first production compared to the second production. All right. Lucas Carroll has some scales for these. The scales should fit on both, but you guys can see the difference in the hidden and lanyard hole. But that's the textured and non-textured. And if you guys are asking me questions, I'm gonna try to answer those here in a second. I just wanna get through this stuff. Let me put some of this stuff away before I drop one of these on my leg and go to the hospital tonight. All right, one more. This is my personal one with some scales from Lucas. And I got bored and I messed around with the swedge. I kind of over sanded it some, but I got bored and did that. Put some mustard patina on it. All right. One more thing I'll show you guys. Something else that I do have in the works, it's not with Work Tough gear, but I am working on this. I have 3 prototypes being made, is the V44C. Thought I'd throw that in there. That's getting worked on now. It's a smaller EDC size buoy, fuller, you know, just big enough handle, kind of like a guard built in. You stab, 4-inch blade, fuller. Trying to keep the same lines, the same look, but in a smaller package. So we can do some good work with. All right, let's get that out of the way. All right, all right, so if you guys have been waiting for questions, yeah, that lamp, my wife bought that lamp at an antique store. Well, I bought it for her at an antique store. And this is like my wife's room, our extra bedroom. And this is kind of like her like extra closet. So this isn't my actual bedroom. This is my wife's room. All right, let's see. Piggyback. I don't know if I can scroll and see questions. I can. All right, let me see if I can answer some questions. Okay, so I'll say this, might answer some questions. So the link right now is on the Work Tough Gear site. And, you know, this doesn't show any in stock, but August 10th is the release date for these. And that's kind of tentative, but it should be August 10th. Most of the knives will be satin, the way you see them right here. There may be a few in splatter or tiger, but like most of them, if not most of them, are going to be just like this with either woodland, jungle, or knife center will also have an orange and black with a neon green liners, and they will only be available at Knife Center. All right, Bowler K329 steel. Let's see. Going. Don't use beard oil. I just kind of have to keep the mustache trimmed. There's nothing on my mustache now. I just brush it with a toothbrush. I don't know about God's balls. English. I think I'm a nice guy. I try to be nice and not kind of a douchebag. Let's see. Stupid beer, by the way. Thank you, staying off the grid. You must be somebody's fanboy. Thank you. 92. I'm on vacation. I can grow a beard if I want. Staying off the grid. You can mind your own business. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Staying off the grid is gonna keep popping up. Robbie, there should be about 300 of these in this drop. So there will be, everybody should have a much easier shot at getting one of these for the drop. Work Tough Gear makes the knife. They are made in Taiwan, and I'm the designer. Let's see, yes, I did serve. I was in the Marine Corps from 2000 to 2004, and I did my 4 years inactive, ready reserve. Almost got called back, but did not. And I have been out since 2004. Oh, the knife. This knife will be $259, and the shipping and stuff varies. The total cost varies depending on where you get it from. Gianna Hernandez. Am I saying that right? What's up? Yep, that's a knife. That's not a knife. Give me out. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Okay. What's up with the slap head? My hair fell out. I have male pattern baldness, so I shaved my head so I don't have a ring around there. Yo, I don't know what that means. One guy, one jar. Staying off the grid is still here. August 10th, can't wait. Thank you. Let's see. Now we see straight, I think. I don't know what English or Spanish means. I know speaking is not my strong suit. Hello. Thank you. Okay. I think staying off the grid may have an uncle that may have touched his privates when he was younger. What is this designed to do? So kind of like not a one tool option, but it's supposed to be. So it's, it's supposed to be light enough and balanced enough. The balance point on these is like right at the end of the choil. So it's supposed to, you can work with it. Choke back, chop, baton. It's got a good surface for a baton, a thick tip so you can stab into stuff. I mean, do anything you want to do. If you want to chop somebody's arm off or they break into your house or whatever. Yeah, you can chop that if you want. Don't drop that. Yeah. Thanks, Graham 34. That's a good question. There's no guard on the spine because that interferes with the choil use. So it's hard to choke up with a guard there. A lot of guys actually cut theirs off and didn't have the rear guard. It's not really a fighting knife. I mean, you can kill somebody with this probably, but it's not a primarily a fighter knife. It does have a centerline tip, so I mean you can stab with it, and it's got a belly, plenty good for slicing and stuff, but it's not like designed to be a fighter. Okay, let's see. Super, thank you. Crying. Yeah, just use a sword, just use an axe, I bet. Yeah, you like my lamp? You like Peter? Okay. I have women in my house because I'm married. And you like my lamp? All right, I have a question. All right, I'm down to all the things. Why I have a finger choil. Okay, so Peterbilt Knife Guy said, why have a choil? Some people like choils, some people don't like choils. This one, to have use, I mean, I know you could choke up. I have another design with this handle that has like more of like an 8-inch blade with no choil, and it has kind of like a cut down guard like that, and the knife goes up from there. I've shared it on my Facebook, but I just thought that, I mean, right here, the balance is right there. You can cut a lot of stuff from the choil without having to really choke back and like whack on stuff. I mean, my wife likes the lamp. It made her happy. They say a happy wife, a happy life. I make her mad enough, so the least I could do is get her a lamp. All right, staying off the grid. And like, what's your serious question? If you're still watching, oh, we're 26 minutes into this. Does anybody want to see any of the other knives again, or know anything about them? Like, does somebody want to see this or anything? Right now, the smaller version. Right now, Papa Bear or Primitive Bear Knives is making me 3 prototypes. So that's what's going on with this at the moment. And we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna try to get these out in a small drop and just kind of see what happens. I'll have one I'll be sending out to people. The lamp was $95. The lamp right there with the pink bow. Apparently it's worth $400 for a set of 2, but I've got 1. Do you want to buy the lamp staying off the grid, or you just want to know just to have your own knowledge? All right. I've got 8 people watching. Anybody have any questions? You want to see any different angles? Lamps do not work off the grid. That is correct. I like the V44C. I've been drawing those for a couple of years, like that. The concept of like a small Bowie with a clip point. This is just a wooden knife model that I made. I did put a lot of thought into this. It is very comfortable. We're gonna see how they work. Thank you for giving me a like. Hey, look, I haven't done a ton of videos of who I am, but I'll talk about that really quick if you guys are still going to watch. Out of high school, I wanted to join. I wanted to be a Navy SEAL, but I really honestly suck in the water. And so I tried to go be an Army Ranger. I had signed up for the Army. My dad did not want me to do that. So I went to college for 2 years. I got into VCU art school because I can draw. And I changed my major to criminal justice. I went for 2 years, and then I joined the Marine Corps with my little brother. I was I was at military police in a field unit. So we had hardback Hummers with machine guns, and we did convoy security. I joined with my little brother. We were in boot camp together. He went to 3-5 in San Mateo. So with the OD green for the sheaths, I really like OD green. So I tried to get those, but Vic has to buy stuff in bulk. So sometimes getting OD green in bulk is not easy. I mean, let me see if this fits. So I would love to have OD green with black rivets. but that's just some spray paint and some ripped cardboard. All right, how are we gonna wrap this up? First gen, second gen, lanyard holes are different. This one has a piece for the heat treat right in the middle. That was removed for this one, and both of those holes were combined for the lanyard loop there. This one is SK85, 329. Primitive Bear Knives. Oh, where am I located? I'm in Virginia. So I lived in Virginia my whole life, except for when I joined the Marine Corps, and I was in California for like 3 years, 3.5 years. I don't want to give you guys my address because I know there's a bunch of weirdos out there that want to get pictures of my feet and all that kind of stuff. Variations. So I did cover that a little bit in the beginning, but most of them, like 99%, will be satin like this. There may be a few in tiger stripe or splatter. Vic's got a ton of stuff on his plate right now, so if he can get things, as many of them as the same, and not do a lot of changing on his machines, it makes work easier for him. So there will be this jungle color, a woodland color, and an orange and black. My OnlyFans, if you want to get into my DMs on Instagram, I guess I can send you a link. RF knives. Is that Roger Flores? I mean, I'll show you guys my feet. Like, I got big old alien toes. Look at those things. The laugh. All right, there. There you go. I don't really get embarrassed or butthurt about much. I've been called everything, and I had just about everything done to me, so. All right, this is 5 millimeters or 3/16. These were a lot thinner, the Collins, a lot of the other variations. And you can hear the tree frog in my house. All right. Oh yeah. Where's my shit at? Some of you guys probably wondering how this drop leg thing goes on. All right, let's look at this. Usually this only bolts on one side. Has a little piece that fits into that. So it looks like you can mount it there. Let's put this in there. I'm sorry. I was just trying to entertain the feet people. Keep everybody happy. So that's the height, as high as it goes. Unless you get over there, but then it's kind of, might need some spacers. Probably need some rubber spacers in there to really make it ride flush. But I mean, it looks like you can make it go, as far down as you want. As far as with the designs, I mean, I have like a ton of drawings that I've done, and I'll make whatever people, I guess, people are willing to make, or there's a market for. I'm not against making any more knives. I mean, this is all of this started with me just making one knife for myself. I had a buddy that was going to make me one. I was originally going to use Becker scales because that'd be easiest way for me to get different scales. But when I got the BK20, you know, Becker had a BK20 and 29 that was kind of inspired by the same thing. I was getting a lot of weird deflection. I know that might be a myth or whatever, but that the way that handle was just not jiving with that blade proportion. So after I was hoping the BK20 was actually going to be like my Jessica or whatever Prepared Mind calls it, but I just did not like it. Like the knife was weird, kind of deflected weird. I got rid of it and I decided to kind of change things up. In the meantime, where I was kind of doing drawings and getting ready to have my knife made, I had a chance to work with Vic, so I definitely took that opportunity. I've always wanted to, you know, do something like that. I've had a artistic background, and I've always been into knives. I've had knives. I think I had my first big knife when I was like in 5th grade, and I've owned just about everything you can think of, except for, you know, the real expensive stuff. So yeah, I did have a. I started off doing a lot of gun content. I used to have a lot better places to shoot, and I don't have a lot of those places at my disposal anymore. But I still have all my guns. I still need to go shoot. I just don't, with the price of ammo like tripling and not having the same places to shoot. Um, I mean, I, here's my thing. Like, you know, when I was designing this, looks isn't everything, but I did want the knife to look good. You know, like have that cool factor. Everybody doesn't, you know, if you have a really great functional knife, but it just looks like crap, you know, people might not want it as much. So I wanted it to look good and have like some, you know, design features and history behind it. But I did put a lot of thought into these. So you guys see this guard right here? So one thing when I've used other knives that when you would stab, your hand hits that part there and it hurts. And it can injure you if you hit, you know, a spot, you know, hard enough. So I wanted that to come up high. So you stabbed, it wouldn't, you know, hurt your hand there. I didn't want this to fly out of my hand when I was chopping. So I wanted this shaped in a way where that wouldn't happen. This extension, it really helps a lot for deceleration. See how it matches up to my palm? So when you chop, you stop, that X gives you some leverage and it slows the knife down. So you have more control over the knife. Without that hump, you would get going forward and the knife might start getting crazy. I did want texture from the beginning, but the first production run, that was not an option. So I really think this texture feels great. I wanted to incorporate the guard, but I wanted everything to be functional. I tried to make everything fit, you know, like a large people's, a large sampling of hands, you know, from like large to medium and small, you know, because everything's not going to work for everybody. Hey, everybody, I haven't said it, you know, thanks for joining. I mean, it's like almost 10 o'clock over here. It's late. I appreciate everybody for showing up. And, you know, like the fuller looks cool. It's like about the same as those double fullers, but, you know, I wanted to make a round fuller. That's a lot harder to do with a ball bit. So we got a flat fuller. That's what we got. Let's see. Thanks, Jay, again. I think you have a sheath, I think, getting made, right? I'm curious to see that. All right. Man, we're going on 40 minutes. Good grief. All right, I'm probably going to wrap this up soon just because I don't want to just drag this out forever. you guys didn't see this earlier. That's the SP10 Ontario. And if you guys, Ontario went out of business, but another company, I forgot if it's like Blue Ridge or something. They bought Ontario, and so I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But if you're looking for these, you can find these on eBay. Just watch some auctions. I know some of the older ones. This one's from '98, and I've had this in my truck forever. I chopped a lot with it. I've thrown it. The guard's a little loose, but you can get these on eBay. So it's not like they're gone forever. You don't pay like $200 because Ontario went out of business. Thanks, Peterbilt Knife Guy, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's see. I don't know if anybody's ever done this or not, but that's the Collins Legitimus number 18 compared to that. Here's the New Zealand compared to the Ontario Raider. All right, so I guess let's wrap this up. I haven't really had the time to rehearse a closing to all this, but I want to say thanks to Vic. That guy works like 7 days a week. He's a good dude. He catches a lot of grief from people with the whole made in Taiwan stuff. Vic's a good dude, and we're like the same age. He works his butt off. He's got a great shop. I've seen people make comments about slave labor and stuff. That's ignorant. That's the nicest way I can put that. I like to really thank Vic. Without Vic, this wouldn't have been a thing. I would have had something like this in my personal collection, and you guys might have seen it on my YouTube, but Vic's the one that made this happen. So I'd like to thank Vic from Work Tough Gear. August 10th is the date right now. So thanks, Vic, for this. Work Tough Gear has a bunch of other knives coming out. No other knife companies doing that. I did talk to some American manufacturers, and they would either not return my emails or messages, or they just weren't interested. They've got designers. If you're not a Navy SEAL or whatever, or an established knife designer, like they're not going to talk to you. Vic gave me a chance. He's putting all of his money and time and investing behind these. Show me somebody else that takes a random person off the internet and lets them design a knife and buys materials and does the labor and hosts the websites and does the customer service, and nobody else is doing that. So big thanks to Vic. I don't know if you guys can see it on this one, but I try to keep all this stuff similar. The Collins logo is right there. I had asked Vic if he could turn this horizontally so it would be similar, and I try to have this kind of look like a military stamp, like on a USMC K-bar. So a lot of stuff I did on purpose. Oh, one thing with the new Gen 2s that is different I didn't bring up. So the hardware is going to be different. I believe this is a 2-piece hardware, like an Allen bolt that's like a bigger Allen bolt, instead of having that little stainless steel piece in the middle with its smaller hardware. Oh, what's going on, Steve? Has that always been your YouTube channel? Maybe I'm just used to seeing your Instagram. Dude, Steve Price is a beast. I saw him doing some squats. I think he's like 10 years older than me, and he is putting up some weight. Like Work Tough Gear, as far as putting out a good product. If I were to have this knife made by a custom knife maker, you're talking $400 to $600-$800, and Vic's getting this to people affordable. So yeah, like I have nothing against USA made stuff. You know, I'm patriotic. I love this country, but you know, I like people being able to afford stuff and have things without eating into their mortgage payment and stuff like that. All right, so if anybody has any more questions, I'll go a couple minutes if anybody wants to ask me something or wants to see something again. Um, this little knife is pretty cool. City Bowie. This is N690 stainless steel. The thing is really sharp. I don't know if that's gonna focus. But I think what I would like to see next, now there's no promises on anything because, you know, Vic's in charge and he's got his own schedule. But I would like to see a version in, yes, in A6 Max. I did want to have an option with AEBL, stainless steel, but that is hard to get in Taiwan without paying a crazy amount in shipping. A6 Max is kind of like the equivalent of like an AEBL. Oh yeah, this thing is sharp. I did shave some off my arm there early. All right, yeah, we're going on almost an hour. If anybody wants to see anything before I go or any more questions, I'll give you guys time to type. I know I do the whole, I'm smashing ants when I type. I guess your phone you're doing this unless you're on a thing. Let's see. And again, right now, Lucas does have some really cool sets of these that are on eBay. And if you want to save him some money from eBay, he does have his own website. So these are Lucas's scales. Lucas Carroll. He has some really cool ones on the site right now. Some texture. One more foot. I mean, I can do that, Peterbilt knife guy, if that will make you happy before you have to go to sleep. I was just joining. Okay. Do you have any updates? The EDC. Right now, Primitive Bear Designs. He doesn't do this all the time, but you have to ask him, and maybe he'll say yes, maybe not. I have 3 being made right now, and they're getting made in AEBL stainless steel because this is supposed to be in your pocket, so it'll get sweaty in there. So stainless steel, 4-inch blade. I wanted this to be compact, have a good sized blade, kind of have like a guard built into the handle. So if you're stabbing, it's not going to slide down. You get a thumb on there, nice and rounded for your pockets. It's like this, so you can get it out easily, so your hand's not slipping out. Not sure who I'm going to use yet for Kydex, but yeah, I have 3 of these being made. 2 have round fullers, and there's 1 flat fuller like this. Just in case if somebody decides to make a bunch, they may only be able to do flat fullers. Thank you. Hey, there's a little Scab there. What's going on, man? Hey, actually, Scab's probably gonna get one of these. So I'm having 3 made. 1 round fuller is gonna be for me to keep forever. I'm probably gonna send one of these to Scab to test out. You can stab tires and cut stuff in the shop, and you can get those little meat hooks on it. But this is just a wooden model that I made. I cut this out of a 2x4. So it's pretty close, not exact. I mean, a lot of people probably do already. Work Tough Gear is not going to be making any of these as of right now. You know what they decide to do in the future, it's up to them. Vic is very busy. The dude is so busy. So he has a schedule. He has a team of guys he's trying to get knives out for, and buying that much material and buying equipment. You know, everybody wants him to expand, but that's a huge investment. And if the economy tanks, he'll be left with a huge investment, and it might be harder to sell knives. So um, Vic's doing the best he can, and I really do urge you guys not to harass Vic through email and stuff. Like, he's so busy. The dude needs he needs a vacation. He needs at least some weekends. Everybody wants stuff, but everybody also likes seeing their family. Hey, I don't know if you are hearing me on here. This is my first live. Skev, you got any questions on this? I have Alan working on these right now. He's making 3. After that, I might do a small drop from a US maker, and I'm not sure I'm going to do the Kydex. I'm going to do like a deep sheath with a like a concealed carry concepts clip. Like, was it DCC? Discrete carry concepts. Yeah, a Primitive Bear right now is doing my prototypes. Whether or not he wants to do something and make a run, he's got his own stuff right now, and I don't want to cut into his money stream, because that's what he does for a living. But if he wants to, I mean, I'd be willing to. If you guys haven't heard, Primitive Bear does a great job. Where's my prototype? So the prototype, I might as well add this on. Got some new people on. So this is 52-100 high carbon steel. I was gonna do it polished like this one, but over the weekend it rusted orange sitting on his table. So he had to refinish it and put an acid wash on it. But this steel is really tough, and I have beat the crap out of this thing. And one thing with the prototype, it was much thinner. Behind was it BET or BTE? All the knife nerds and Jacob Peterson knows all this. But this was a lot slicier because it is much thinner. It's hard for you guys to see that, I guess, but this is a little bit lighter. But this is 52-100. Alan made this. I actually did, there was a flat, part through here, but I did that with a Dremel tool to make it a round fuller. Let's see. So if you haven't, I started putting my knives away, give some people some shout outs. So this sheath was made by the guy who Alan uses. Prototype. Alan does great work. He's out of South Carolina. You guys should all check him out. Let's see. Got stuff all over the place. There it is. All right, and I appreciate everybody for taking out some time and checking things out with me. Collins, Legitimus number 18, World War II, Bela knife, Gung Ho knife, Raider Bowie, bunch of variations. I have a video up on my YouTube with a bunch of different versions of this. First Battalion Raider Bowie, 1 of 1,000, made in New Zealand. This thing is a tank, it's super thick. And if anybody has one of these, I would love to have another one. Let's see. All right, everybody's pretty much gone, I think. We got 5 more people. Any of you last 5 guys watching? If you have any questions? Oh, shout outs. I was doing shout outs. I got this at Combat Relics, I think. They're in Canada. My wife did say this lamp was going to be popular. She was not wrong. I just don't care. I mean, I'm married. I got kids. I'm not trying to prove to anybody how I'm not gay or something. Oh yeah, they Tufel Hundens, Devil Dogs. I mean, the Marines did do some crazy stuff. They were cutting people's teeth out, stealing gold teeth, cutting people's rings off, collecting teeth and ears. You know, but it does take a. I will say this about the Marine Corps. A lot of guys think they're going to go into the Marine Corps, and they're going to, you know, the Marine Corps is going to make them, you know, a badass. But I really do think that all the Marines did was just give all the people a place to rally. They already pretty much were a Marine. They just needed a place to go to hang out with each other. But I think you got to be a little bit off to join the Marine Corps, unless you just got tricked by the recruiter. It is a club. It's a club. It's a cult. No thanks, Gab. So I did do I did a deployment right after 9/11 with the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit. We're 11th MUSOC. I got to go to Australia, East Timor, Kuwait, Jordan. Some cool Lugo ports. My wife got me this tumbler. Some Haterade. I don't know if you missed this or not, Scab, if you're still watching. But look, this is the lamp that everybody's talking about. There's my lamp. Well, this is my wife's lamp. Oh, man. All right, I think I have everything put away. Goodie box. Dangler. Some of you guys will be glad to have that. Oh. So I told you guys I might do this at the end. So we're about in an hour. Look, see these glow in the dark little markers, keychains Vic sent me? We're gonna turn these lights off and see if I can come back over here without tripping and to see if they glow and see if you can see it. We'll see. I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to see that. Oop. I don't know, that's the light off the camera. These are supposed to glow, I think. They're kind of glowing. All right, that's it. I'm not gonna keep you guys on here anymore. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for Vic. If you guys, there's already reviews. I'm gonna try to get a review on this. There's already guys with reviews. Choir Boy Cutlery Outdoors. Scab's got one. Straight Edge Knives has one. Last Huntsman has one. Jacob Peterson has one. What's the Point? EDC has one. I hope I don't forget it. If I forget you, if I forgot to say your name, I'm really sorry. But yeah, just search V44X reviews, and the full name of this is the Marine Reaper Bowie. The V44X is like a mark, kind of like a mark number, like a military number, like a Mark 19, Maldeus, M16A1. This is the V44X, but it is, the name of it is the Marine Reaper Bowie. I didn't want to steal the Raider thing, so I threw Reaper in there, because it's kind of like a, you know, reaping stuff. All right. That's all I got. I'm gonna go. We're over in an hour. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. This is a long one. So first live, thank you for the 5 guys still watching. I'm gonna try to get a review out on this. but I already do have a review on YouTube. So it's not going to be much different besides the steel and the grip texture. I'll probably do some chopping to let everybody know how the grip texture feels. I think this is going to feel great. And I'm really excited about the diamond checkering on there. Updated hardware. And last thing I'll say, I know Joe X is controversial, if I can talk. It's getting late. But I hope he gets one of these. Or I hope somebody sends him one. I'm not afraid to see him beat this thing up and talk and say mean, hurtful words about me. I want to see what he thinks about it. I want to see what happens when he batons with it, stabs it in a car. You know, I want to hear what he says about the ergonomics, if it feels good. You know, I'm not going to get butthurt if he says mean things. But yeah, if anybody wants to send one of these to Joe X, or if he gets one, and I'm not worried about it. You know, I'm confident that it's going to do well. I did design the tip around hard use, and the edge is done thicker so it will stand up to hard use. It's not designed to chop through cars, but I don't think it's going to do bad. If it breaks, I mean, that's the whole point of his channel, is to beat things up until they break. Hey, what's going on? You just jumping in. I think this will be on YouTube saved, but all right. Hey, God bless everybody. You know, world's crazy. Who thought Hulk Hogan? Hey, Desert Tactical. Yeah, how's the AKP doing? Probably doing good, I guess, if you still have it. I sold mine and bought a full-size AK. Yeah, 2024 is crazy. We got Hulk Hogan out there ripping his shirt off for Trump. You know, assassinations. You got geysers blowing up in Miami. Joe Biden might not be around anymore. He might be gone. I don't know if anybody seen him. So I wish the best for everybody. You know, I always hope the good guys win, the bad guys lose, and people are out there, you know, treating each other good, and innocent people aren't dying, and I don't mind bad people getting what they deserve. All right, guys, have a good one. Yep, still rocking it. Yeah, 762 used to be 16 cents a round shipped to my front door. Those days are gone. And that's one reason why I'm not mag dumping into trash all the time. I do need to shoot. And like, I just had a buddy move out to Arizona that I shot a lot with. And, you know, losing places to shoot, ammo, getting expensive, time. I got kids playing baseball, and that took up like my whole summer. I'm trying to build stuff outside. I got like 4 acres of grass to cut. All right. If anybody has any other crazy questions. Oh yeah, I'm what they call a apocalypse optimist. And you know, I honestly believe that I'm going to survive anything. And you know, hope for the best, plan for the worst. I'm very optimistic about making it. And what other choice does everybody have? I don't want my kids to, you know, grow up in a crappy environment. I want everything to be peaceful. And I want to have grandkids and great grandkids and all that. I got glasses today. I'm 44 years old. That was fun. I have astigmatism, and I can't see things up close, like my hair anymore when it gets close to my face. All right, that's it. I've been on here forever. Thanks for showing up. Hope AK's still doing good. I've been planning to shoot more. I need to do that. I got guns I need to sight in. Yep, I've got a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old. Just try to raise your kids good. You know, worry about your own backyard, raise your kids good, get involved with the community, you know, affect things you can. You know, be aware of stuff, try not to worry too much. Yep, we did soccer a little bit when they were younger, but now they've moved full-time into baseball, trying to keep them into wrestling. It's not fun for them, but I want them to do it anyway. All right, everybody. Yeah, God bless everybody. Hope you're all doing well. You know, don't want anybody doing bad except for bad people. I'm gonna end this. So thank you all for showing up. If I can figure out how to end this. All right, I'll try to check it out. Let's see. Not live. How do I do this? I don't know how to end the live video. Anybody know how to end a live video? I don't see an end button. I see an X. Do I push the X? Does anybody know? Do I push the X up there to end this without deleting it? I'm afraid if I push the X, it will delete everything. Hey, are we doing good, man? Let's see. Push the X. I appreciate it. Got to show me how to use this technology. All right. Hitting the X. Yeah, do I want to stop streaming?